What if your leadership style wasn't something that just happens to you? What if it was something you could actually intentionally design? Like an architect with a blueprint, you can thoughtfully build the leader you truly want to be. And today, we're going to dive into exactly how you can become that architect.
So here's our blueprint for this explainer. First, we're going to talk about the personal leadership blueprint itself. Then we'll get into the foundation, which is all about charting your course. After that, we'll build the structure with resilience, add the connections by fostering bonds, and finally put it all together. Sound good? Let's get started.
All right, first up, the personal leadership blueprint. This whole thing kicks off with a really fundamental shift in how you think. You've got to move from just passively developing to actively designing who you are as a leader. So I want you to really ask yourself this. Are you just kind of building a career, reacting to whatever comes your way? Or are you actually architecting it? The difference there is, well, it's everything. It's the difference between purpose and chance. And that is the core idea we're digging into.
Okay, next up, we're laying the foundation, charting your course. Look, before you can lead anyone else effectively, you have to master the internal work. This is all about building your own personal effectiveness right from the ground up.
And this foundation, it really rests on three crucial pillars. First, you got to set clear goals. You can't build something if you don't even know what you're trying to build, right? Second, you need self-discipline. That's the daily grind, laying one brick perfectly, then the next, and the next. And third, you have to be constantly upgrading your skills. The tools and materials for leadership are always evolving. If you get these three right, you have built a rock-solid base for everything else that's going to come. With a solid foundation in place, now it's time for the structural frame. This is all about building resilience. This is the stuff that keeps your leadership standing tall when the storms hit and the pressure starts to build. I think we've all lived on the left side of this screen, haven't we? Just constantly putting out fires, always reacting, feeling totally overwhelmed. The goal is to get to the right side, to be balanced and proactive. The real insight here isn't about avoiding stress, that's impossible. It's about fundamentally changing how you respond to it.
And this just nails why that matters so much. Your ability to stay productive when you're under pressure is, without a doubt, your number one asset as a leader. It is the competitive edge that lets you stay focused and make clear-headed decisions when everyone else is feeling the heat. And here's the best part. It's a skill. And just like any other skill, you can build it.
Okay, so our internal structure is solid. Now for part 4, fostering bonds. Think of this as the external framework. These are the bridges you build to connect with your team, your colleagues, and everyone around you. The absolute core skill for this is active communication. And the key phrase here that I want you to lock onto is conscious effort. It means you're not just passively hearing words come at you. You're actively trying to decode the entire message, the context, the body language, the unspoken worries. That's the huge difference between just talking and truly, genuinely connecting.
So how do you actually build that bridge? Well, it's through simple, actionable strategies just like these. Let's take asking clarifying questions. Instead of just assuming you know what somebody means, you ask, okay, so what I'm hearing is X, is that right? Just that one little habit can prevent 1,000 misunderstandings. These are the bricks and mortar of strong professional relationships. And that brings us to our final section, becoming a high-impact leader. This is where we get to see the finished architectural design. All the pieces we've talked about, the foundation, the structure, and all the connections, this is where they come together. In the end, it all comes down to this really simple but powerful formula. Your internal personal growth, that's your engine, combined with your practical skills, that's your steering wheel, is what creates high-impact performance. You absolutely need both. An engine with no steering is just directionless, and a steering wheel with no engine is going nowhere fast.
So let this be our key takeaway today. High-impact performance is not an accident. It's a design. It's the direct result of deliberate choices and having a clear blueprint. It's something you get to architect.
So the only question left is, when you look at your own leadership blueprint, what's the very first brick you're going to lay? Is it setting a clear goal? Practicing one new communication skill? Or maybe building a new habit for resilience? The design is yours to create.